Imagine for a moment that the reality you see around you, your finances, relationships, and even your health, is just the surface of a much deeper and richer world. What if I told you that there's a way to tap into that world, to shift your perception so profoundly that wealth, true, abundant wealth, becomes an inevitable byproduct? It's not magic. It's not a quick fix. It's a transformation in how you experience reality itself. What I'm about to share with you is not a concept for the faint-hearted, but for those ready to step into a new dimension of possibility. You see, wealth isn't just about dollars or possessions. It's a state of being, a frequency. And the key to unlocking it starts with understanding the field that governs the particles of our lives. In this journey, we'll explore the science, the consciousness, and the unseen forces that shape your financial reality. Ready to step beyond fear? Let's dive in. To truly understand wealth, and more importantly, how to attract it effortlessly into your life, we must first look at the quantum field, that vast, invisible realm that underlies all of existence. This is the dimension where all of creation originates. In this field, there is no separation, no limitations, and no boundaries. It is the very foundation of everything we experience in our physical reality, and it is a place where everything is in a constant state of potential, awaiting our conscious participation. Think of the quantum field as a limitless ocean, and within this ocean exist infinite possibilities. This realm is not bound by the laws of material reality as we know it. It operates on a different frequency altogether. Every thought, every emotion, every vibration emanates from this field, and every possibility, whether you're seeking love, health, or wealth, is already present, ready to be tapped into. But there's one critical truth that many overlook. The quantum field does not respond to external actions alone. It responds primarily to our inner state, our consciousness. When Albert Einstein said, "The field is the sole governing agency of the particle," he was offering us a profound insight into the nature of reality. At the most fundamental level, our lives, our experiences, and even our material possessions, such as our bank accounts, homes, jobs, or relationships, are not governed solely by the material world. They are influenced by the invisible, by the energy that flows from our thoughts, our emotions, and the vibrational frequency we maintain. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that your external reality, what you perceive with your senses, is not solely a reflection of what happens to you, but rather a result of what you energetically align with. The quantum field, in essence, is always responding to the inner landscape of your mind, your emotions, and your thoughts. When you shift your inner world, you begin to alter the energy you emit, which in turn affects what the field brings to you. So, if you want to manifest wealth, the first step isn't to focus solely on external actions. Though they are important, it's to tap into this invisible field of infinite possibility. You must learn to experience this field in a way that allows you to consciously direct your energy and intention toward the life you desire. This isn't about waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. It's about realizing that the miracle is already happening. The abundance, success, and wealth you desire are already available to you. You simply need to tune in, align your consciousness with it, and allow it to manifest in your life. The next piece of the puzzle comes when we shift our understanding of time and space. What if I told you that you're not a linear being living a linear life? That your existence isn't simply a series of disconnected events unfolding step by step in a straight line? What if your past, present, and future aren't actually separate from one another? What if they are all happening at once, existing simultaneously? At first glance, this idea may seem confusing or even nonsensical. But bear with me, it's this very concept that holds the key to unlocking the wealth and abundance you've been seeking. You are not bound by a singular, linear timeline. You are, in fact, a dimensional being living a dimensional life. Your consciousness is not restricted to one moment in time. Rather, it spans across multiple timelines, dimensions, and potentialities that are all happening in parallel. This is a powerful realization because it shows you that the financial limits you perceive, whether they be a lack of money, opportunity, or resources, are simply illusions created by your current awareness of reality. In the quantum world, there are no real limits. Every possible version of your life already exists, from the life of struggle and scarcity to the life of abundant wealth and success. The question isn't whether wealth is possible for you. It's whether you're consciously tuned into the version of your life where wealth has already manifested. When you begin to perceive this higher dimensional reality, you realize that you do not need to chase wealth. You do not need to struggle or fight for it. It's not something that is out there waiting to be acquired. Instead, wealth, along with every other aspect of life you desire, is already present in the quantum field. It's already part of the infinite possibilities that exist, but it is up to you to shift your perception and align your consciousness with the version of you that is already experiencing that abundance. This is where the magic of the quantum field happens. When you shift your awareness to this broader, multidimensional view of reality, you start to perceive a version of your life that has always existed but that you were previously unable to see. The version of you who is financially free, successful, and living in abundance is not a future possibility. It's a parallel reality that you can access at any moment, simply by tuning your consciousness to that frequency. In practical terms, this means that you are not limited by the present circumstances of your life. You are not restricted by your current job, your income, your location, or your financial history. Those things are simply part of your current timeline, but they are not your only possible timeline. By consciously shifting your energy, your thoughts, and your emotions, you can begin to access the version of your life where wealth is already yours. This shift in perception is not just a theoretical concept, it's a real, practical tool that you can use to change your life. Let's break it down a bit further. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the center of a vast, infinite ocean. This ocean represents the quantum field, the source of all possibility. Each wave that ripples through the water represents a different potential version of your life. Some waves carry abundance, success, and wealth, while others carry scarcity, struggle, and limitation. The key is to learn how to align with the wave of abundance, to tune your inner frequency to the exact vibration of the life you want to experience. How do you do this? The first step is through your thoughts and emotions. Your thoughts are like a tuning fork. They determine the frequency at which you vibrate. If you are thinking thoughts of lack, limitation, or fear, you are tuning into a frequency that aligns with scarcity and struggle. But if you begin to consciously shift your thoughts to those of abundance, wealth, and success, you start to align with a different frequency. You begin to ride the wave of abundance instead of the wave of scarcity. The next step is to embody those thoughts. This is where the practice of meditation, mindfulness, and emotional mastery comes in. It's not enough to simply think positive thoughts. You must also feel those thoughts in your body. Your emotions are the fuel that propels your energy into the quantum field. When you feel the joy, the excitement, and the gratitude of already having the wealth you desire, you send out a powerful signal to the universe. This emotional energy is the key to activating the quantum field and bringing your desires into physical reality. Here's the beautiful thing about the quantum field. It doesn't operate in a linear fashion. In the material world, we're taught to believe that change takes time. If you want to get rich, you have to work hard, save money, and wait for years to build your wealth. But in the quantum world, time is an illusion. Change can happen instantly, in the blink of an eye, when you align your consciousness with the right frequency. This is what's known as a quantum leap. A quantum leap is a sudden, dramatic shift in your reality that occurs when you move from one state of being to another. When you jump from a version of yourself that is struggling with scarcity to a version of yourself that is thriving in abundance. How do you make a quantum leap in your own life? It begins with a shift in your inner state. When you raise your frequency, change your thoughts, and align your emotions with abundance, you will find that opportunities begin to present themselves in ways you could never have predicted. Doors that were once closed will open. People will come into your life who can help you. The flow of wealth will start to move toward you, often in unexpected ways. In essence, a quantum leap is the moment when the quantum field responds to your inner alignment and creates the perfect conditions for your desired reality to unfold. But this shift doesn't happen by chance. It happens because you've consciously tuned into the right frequency. Now, let's look at some practical tools you can use to align with the quantum field and begin manifesting wealth. These tools are not complex. They are simple practices that, when used consistently, can help you tap into the infinite potential of the quantum realm. Visualization. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine the life you desire. See yourself living in abundance. Feel the emotions associated with having everything you've ever wanted. As you do this, make sure to embody the feeling of already having it. Affirmations. Speak your desires into existence. Affirmations are powerful because they help you shift your thoughts and emotions into alignment with your goals. Repeat affirmations that resonate with the wealth and success you want to manifest, such as, "I am abundant," "Wealth flows to me effortlessly," or "I am worthy of financial freedom." Mindfulness and meditation. Cultivate a daily meditation practice where you focus on your breath, quiet your mind, and allow your awareness to expand. This will help you connect with the quantum field and tune your energy to the frequency of abundance. Gratitude. Practice gratitude for what you already have in your life. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that raises your vibration and aligns you with the energy of abundance. When you express gratitude, you send a message to the quantum field that you are ready to receive even more. Embody wealth. Finally, live as though you are already wealthy. This doesn't mean spending beyond your means, but rather acting in alignment with the version of you that is already abundant. Dress with confidence, speak with conviction, and take actions that reflect your belief in your own worthiness. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you will begin to shift your consciousness and align with the quantum field. As you do so, you will find that wealth and abundance start to flow into your life in ways you never thought possible. The life of your dreams isn't out of reach. It's already within you, waiting to be discovered. This deeper understanding of the quantum field, combined with practical tools for manifestation, opens the door to a life of infinite possibility. When you begin to operate from this higher dimensional perspective, you'll see that the life you desire is not something you need to chase. It's something you are destined to experience. Your wealth is already within reach. Now it's time to step into the field and claim it. We are all familiar with the concept of reality, the world we touch, feel, and interact with on a daily basis. But what if I told you that beneath the surface of this physical world lies a dimension where your thoughts, feelings, and intentions are the true architects of your experiences? A dimension where reality is not set in stone, but malleable, shaped by the very consciousness that perceives it? This is not some distant fantasy. It is an accessible, tangible truth waiting to be unlocked. Imagine for a moment that you are in a deep state of focus, a meditative state where your mind is calm and present. In this state, you begin to see the world not as a series of static events unfolding before you, but as an energetic web where every action, thought, and intention ripples through the fabric of reality itself. In this space, you have the power to influence the material world around you. You are not bound by the limitations of the physical world, and the things that once seemed impossible become effortlessly attainable. It's easy to dismiss this as fantasy or mere imagination, but the reality is that the ability to influence the world with your conscious intention is something that is available to all of us. This isn't about possessing special powers reserved for enlightened individuals. This is about understanding and tapping into the fundamental principles of the universe. It's about aligning with the quantum field in such a way that your intentions become the driving force of the material world. To make this real, let's look at how we can start commanding our own reality through conscious intention. First, we must understand the connection between consciousness and reality. The quantum field, as we've explored, is the invisible realm where everything exists in potential. In this space, all possibilities coexist, but it is our consciousness that brings one possibility into focus. In the same way that a wave becomes a particle when observed, your intentions cause the infinite potential of the quantum field to collapse into a singular, tangible reality. Let's break this down. Conscious intention is the key that unlocks the potential of the quantum field. The more you align with this field, the more power your intentions have to shape the material world. But how do we get there? How do we align with the quantum field so profoundly that we can begin to experience the world as a manifestation of our inner desires? It all begins with a shift in perception. Instead of seeing yourself as a passive observer in the world, you must begin to see yourself as an active participant, a creator of your own reality. This is a deeply empowering shift that allows you to step into your own power. The moment you accept that your thoughts and intentions can influence the external world, you begin to change the way you engage with reality. One of the first steps in this process is becoming more mindful of your thoughts. Our minds are often cluttered with distractions, worries, and limiting beliefs that pull us out of alignment with our true desires. In the same way that a cluttered signal can distort a radio frequency, negative thoughts and limiting beliefs distort the energetic frequency you are sending into the quantum field. The key to mastery is learning how to clear the mental noise and tune into the frequency of abundance, success, and joy. Alignment with the quantum field is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice, one that requires consistency, patience, and dedication. But with time, the results become undeniable. As you begin to clear away the mental clutter and focus your intentions, you'll notice subtle shifts in your reality. The more you practice, the more profound these shifts become. One of the most effective practices for aligning with the quantum field is meditation. Meditation is a tool that helps you quiet your mind, tune out the distractions, and focus your energy on the present moment. In this state, you can begin to direct your intentions with precision. Whether you are meditating on financial abundance, career success, or personal growth, the key is to enter a state of deep presence and focus, where you are no longer attached to the how or when of your desires. Instead, you simply align with the feeling of what you wish to manifest and trust that the universe will respond. But meditation is just one tool. Visualization is another powerful practice. When you visualize, you are not simply imagining a future scenario. You are entering the quantum field and shaping your future reality. The brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real-life events. By visualizing your goals and desires in full detail, you send a clear signal to the quantum field, aligning your energy with the outcome you wish to experience. Another key aspect of alignment is emotional resonance. Our emotions are powerful indicators of the frequency we are emitting. When you feel fear, doubt, or frustration, you are sending out a frequency that is misaligned with your desires. On the other hand, when you feel joy, gratitude, and excitement, you are sending out a frequency that matches the vibration of your intentions. The more you practice shifting your emotional state to one of positive alignment, the more you will see your reality shift in response. Wealth is often associated with money, but in the quantum field, wealth is not limited to financial gain. Wealth encompasses all aspects of life: health, relationships, career fulfillment, and personal growth. True wealth comes from alignment with the universe, and when you are in alignment, all areas of your life begin to thrive. The mystical experience of commanding your reality is not just about manifesting material possessions. It's about creating a life that reflects your deepest desires and highest potential. In this state of alignment, money, success, and prosperity flow to you naturally, but so do deeper forms of wealth: wisdom, understanding, love, and joy. When you step into your power and command your reality, you no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance or a passive observer of life. You become a conscious creator, co-creating with the universe. This is the paradox of alignment. The more you let go of attachment to specific outcomes, the more effortlessly those outcomes manifest. When you stop chasing after wealth or success and instead focus on aligning with the frequency of abundance, the universe responds by delivering exactly what you need. It's not about forcing your desires into existence. It's about becoming the version of yourself that naturally attracts those desires. One of the most profound shifts that occur when you align with the quantum field is the dissolution of time. Our society has conditioned us to view time as linear, a series of events that happen one after another. We've been taught to view the past as something fixed and unchangeable, and the future as something uncertain and distant. But in the quantum realm, time doesn't operate in this linear fashion. In the quantum field, all moments exist simultaneously. The past, present, and future are not separate entities but interconnected, fluid, and ever-present. This concept may challenge your current understanding of time, but once you begin to grasp it, you'll see how it can radically transform your life. When you align with the eternal present moment, you begin to realize that the future version of yourself, wealthy, successful, fulfilled, is not some distant possibility. It is already existing right now in the quantum field. By shifting your consciousness and aligning with the frequency of that future self, you can collapse the time gap and bring that version of yourself into your present reality. This shift in perception allows you to break free from the limitations of linear thinking. No longer do you need to wait for the right time to pursue your dreams. No longer do you need to feel as though you are stuck in a never-ending cycle of effort and struggle. Instead, you realize that you are a conscious creator, and the only thing separating you from your desires is your awareness. Once you begin to experience time as a fluid, interconnected force, you'll start to notice the synchronicities that occur in your life. These moments of pure alignment, when everything seems to fall into place effortlessly, are not coincidences. They are the result of your conscious engagement with the quantum field. By releasing attachment to the linear progression of time, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities that exist in the eternal now. The key to mastering time is to stop seeing it as an obstacle. Instead, begin to see it as a tool, an energetic force that you can harness. The more you align with the present moment, the more you'll experience moments of pure flow, where the universe seems to conspire in your favor. These moments will become more frequent, and as you continue to align with the quantum field, the boundaries of time will begin to dissolve entirely. In this space, wealth becomes a natural byproduct of your alignment with the quantum field. You are no longer chasing after it, it flows to you effortlessly. The key is to embrace the eternal present, to let go of the notion of time as a barrier, and to step into your role as a conscious creator, fully aware of the infinite possibilities available to you right now. The mystical experience of commanding your reality is not some far-off dream. It is a skill that anyone can develop through focus, practice, and alignment with the quantum field. By understanding the connection between consciousness and reality, practicing meditation, visualization, and emotional alignment, and embracing the eternal present moment, you can begin to shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. This is the true essence of wealth, not just financial abundance, but a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. It's about stepping into your power as a creator, commanding your reality, and living in alignment with the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. At the core of transformation lies the soul. It's the thread connecting you to your full potential, your past lives, and your future selves. As you evolve, your soul reveals different aspects, guiding you toward choices that align with your higher purpose. When you connect with your soul, wealth flows to you, not as a sudden windfall, but through the alignment of your actions, choices, and opportunities. This alignment transforms your reality, reflecting your inner state. True wealth isn't just about material gain, it's about who you become on the journey. When you align with your soul's purpose, wealth in all forms becomes a natural byproduct. To reconnect with your soul, you must cultivate self-awareness. Practices like meditation and journaling help quiet the mind and allow you to tune into your inner voice. This voice, your higher self, provides the guidance you need to create the life you desire. As you trust this inner wisdom, wealth is no longer something to chase. It becomes an effortless part of your experience. Your mind, shaped by past experiences and societal conditioning, can limit your potential. However, it's malleable and can be reprogrammed through meditation, visualization, and intention. The key is shifting from seeing wealth as something external to recognizing it as an internal state of being. When your thoughts and emotions align with abundance, your outer reality will reflect it. Reprogramming your mind isn't about struggle. It's about aligning your inner world with your desires. When you embody this alignment, wealth flows effortlessly toward you. Once aligned with your higher self, wealth becomes a natural outcome of your life's purpose. By trusting your soul's guidance and making decisions based on your true desires, you begin to attract opportunities, people, and resources that support your success. Wealth is no longer something you chase. It comes to you when you live authentically and in alignment with your purpose. To manifest wealth and success, integrate these practices into your life. Cultivate daily presence. Meditate or take quiet moments to connect with your soul. Embody abundance. Practice gratitude and recognize that wealth is a state of mind. Trust the process. Let go of control. trusting that the universe will bring the right opportunities. Take inspired action. Act from inspiration, not pressure, trusting your intuition. Visualize and affirm. Reinforce your abundance mindset with visualization and affirmations. By aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your soul's purpose, wealth flows naturally into your life, creating a rich and fulfilling experience.